Hello Virgo, and welcome to Soul Sundays. This is a quick 3-card spread to have a look at your week ahead for mind, body and soul. So let's get started. Universe and angels, messages and guides, my higher self, I call upon you now to give me a clear and accurate reading for Virgo. Please tell me what they need to hear and what they want to hear. Spirit, so many messages for you Virgo. Spirit, can I please have 3 of stars? Let's see if it comes out again. Can I please have 3 cards, one for mind, body and soul? It's definitely the mind one. Definitely stars, lots of stars energy, which is wands, I believe, in this deck. Page of stars, curiosity, coming up for your mindset. So it's interesting. For me, this kind of like is giving me an indication that you're very focused on career this week, maybe wanting to do something that sparks a little bit more joy. To quote the Japanese chick that's all about keeping everything folded and happy in your house. But I feel like for you it's something like looking at something that's a bit more creative rather than linear, right? I'm seeing circles. Cancer just had this card as well. Diet's important here when it comes to your health. So really watching the foods that you've been eating and the beverages that you've been drinking. Second card, like I'm trying to remember, I think Gemini got it about nutrition as well. It's a big week for diet, okay? The message here is about fruit and vegetables and what you're consuming rather than processed foods. And one card please for Virgo soul. There it is. Whoop, there it is. Yep, I'm losing my mind. Oof, depth, fortitude. I think you guys have had this one before. Okay, so let's adjust the camera so you can see. I don't know if that really helped. This for me, Page of Stars, Page of Wands, as I said, it's all about pages of the messages, right? So a message coming in, someone coming in to deliver something, and Wands are all about creativity. So if it was the Ace of Wands, I'd say a new opportunity when it comes to work. But I feel like this is your more trying to, I can't even get my words out. This is you thinking more along what brings you joy and happiness and, you know, what can you do in the world that's going to bring you something that's more fulfilling, all right? It's really interesting because the illustration on the card kind of looks a little bit whimsical and shows the cheetah, I believe it's cheetah, kind of looking out and towards the horizon, kind of trying to find what piques her curiosity. It's also about trusting your intuition, right? Trusting your gut and knowing which way forward. But I'll read it for you from the book. Oh, and in traditional Rider-Waite, Page of Wands speaks about good intentions, consistency, someone who's quite loyal, okay? But in this book, it's titled Curiosity. Consider anything new as a way to discover more of yourself through curiosity. Intuition expands as you adjust and adapt your energy to new ways. The Page of Stars reveals that you're entering a period of fresh optimism and curiosity in relation to creative interests such as writing, drawing, or dancing. It may also relate to invention or a business venture. A past attempt might have been clumsy, but it was a start and you can now be sure of your footing. There is no such thing as failure, but there are clarifying moments of learning and improvement. Progress is process. Play with ideas and let your desire to know what's in, over and beyond be stronger than your fear of failure or the unknown. Don't let others turn you away from your loves. I think that's really important, that last line, don't let others turn you away from your loves, because often when we share what we're passionate about, people's opinions can get in the way, and what they think is right for us can get in the way of what we actually feel is right for us. And then we might take a step back and all these seeds of doubts of fear come into mind going, oh yeah, maybe you're right, maybe I shouldn't do that. Well, hell no, you do what's right for you and you explore what's right for you. And I love that line where it's like progress is a process. You're not just going to close your eyes and achieve like the magical dream. And it's very rare that that happens anyway. People who invent new things or have businesses or build businesses, it takes time. And it's about refining and going over and over that project or that process or whatever it is that you're trying to create and build when it comes into this world. I love that it's titled Curiosity because I feel like for you this week it's all about sitting with different thoughts and processes, allowing yourself to be a little dreamy, which at the moment we have Pisces, we have the new moon in Pisces, and we have Mercury in Pisces, which is very much a dreamy, illusionary kind of feeling. So I feel like you're putting that into all the things that you create when it comes into the world. You know, and if there's something that you have done before, you've tried to get off the ground, maybe it's a passion project, or maybe it's a side gig that's not really making you money, maybe this is the perfect week to actually sit down and just think about where you could take it or how you could change it. It's basically adapting your energy, right? Adapting it to new ways of looking at things. Diet. So what have you been eating or consuming? Have you kind of let that slip? This basically talks about needing to have a look at what you're putting in your mouth. There's no other way of breaking it down, right? But also making sure that it's balanced. So it's not all about, you know, trying to be so strict with your diet that you break it, right? And the key message with this card is about weight management. It's about the fact that you could be very sensitive to certain foods or beverages. So maybe you like get an allergic reaction or something like that, and you know it. Like for me, I can't tolerate a lot of milk. I'm not lactose intolerant or anything like that, but I know that if I have too much, then I start to get a tummy ache, but yet I can eat cheese like crazy. It's really weird. So, you know what it is for you, whatever it is that you've been kind of binging on too much, this might be the week to try and change that habit, okay? And the card says, you drew this card as a reminder of its curative properties. Instead of looking at a balanced diet as removing something enjoyable, why not reframe it so that you view nutritious foods as adding to your life's enjoyment? It feels good to eat healthfully, knowing that you're supporting your body's energy through sound choices. You drew this card to validate what you've already been told in your intuition. It's time to make positive dietary changes. You can do this gradually if you prefer, as even small concessions in the direction towards improved choices will make a difference. So, you know, if you drink too much soda or Coke or whatever it is, fizzy drink, then maybe you can try and replace it with like one of those flavored mineral waters or something like that. Even gradual changes will help. Whatever your crux of vice is, then, and you know what it will be if you've had a big weekend, then this is your invitation to kind of change that, all right? Fortitude. I want to spend some time in this card. So in terms of spirituality, this is a big one, okay? This is quite deep. It talks about seeing things from the viewpoint of that all is one, right? And there's no other way to kind of put it. Like I paused there for a moment to try and think of a way that I could reframe it for you. But it's really about seeing the fact that we're all one, we're all part of everything. Love is the answer, that kind of thing. I'll read it to you, right? This might help. You are dearly loved. That you are dearly loved is an eternal truth. For the grand cosmic scheme of things, love is the only thing that never changes. When all around you changes, as it most surely will, love will always be there. The fact that you are dearly loved will never change, for to love is love's will. So it's almost a little bit Shakespearean there, right? It's talking about love is the answer to everything. But the whole point of this card of Fortitude is knowing that you're part of something bigger than yourself, regardless of what your religious belief is, okay? You're part of something bigger. We're all trying to work together. We're all trying to help each other. And then there's a more like an easier way that you could break this down. It's trying to see that your daily roadblocks or whatever your challenges are, the insignificant things that annoy you or frustrate you in day-to-day life, just see them as actually part of the journey, right? It's part of building a strong foundation. It's part of getting to this point of having a solid business. It's the mistakes that trip you up. They do it for a reason. So you're building that foundation to give you fortitude, right? To give you strength. And there's a little line here. It says, it will take less energy to stand firm now than it will to back down. Steady your focus on the bigger picture. Be stoic. You can get through this. So whatever you're facing this week when it comes to work, maybe it's about feeling a little bit lackluster when it comes to whatever it is that you're creating. Maybe it's about the fact that you're juggling money, or maybe it's the fact that, you know, your health isn't on point. Whatever it is for you personally, just know that you have the strength to get through it, right? And you are supported. I think understanding that we're all part of that bigger picture is really important for you this week. Interesting week. Lots going on in this reading for you. I could go so much deeper, but I hope this helped. If it did, please hit the like button and I'll be back with you next week. Take care.